Beloved chosen one, listen carefully, for this message is not just a story. This is about you. You are not like everyone else. You were never meant to blend in, to follow the crowd, or to live a life dictated by the expectations of this world. No, you were placed here for a higher purpose, a divine mission that defies all conventional boundaries. From the moment you entered this world, you have been a force of nature, a radiant being of light, walking through life with an energy so powerful, so captivating, that it disrupts even the deepest shadows. Your very presence is a disruption to the natural order. Where others see darkness, you bring light. Where others falter, you stand strong, unwavering in your truth. This dear chosen one is why something unimaginable has happened. A devil has fallen in love with you. And not because you share their nature, but because you embody everything they can never be. You are unshaken, fearless, and immovable. While others tremble before their temptations and threats, you stand firm, unbowed by the fear and deception that enslaves so many. The devil, who has tried to manipulate the very forces of the universe, has met someone who cannot be swayed. They thought they knew how to break spirits, how to deceive hearts, how to bend the will of the strongest minds, but they have never encountered anyone like you. You are the unbreakable force that has made even the devil question everything they thought they knew. Your presence exposes their weaknesses, their vulnerabilities, and in that light, they find themselves lost, unable to escape the truth that you bring. This message, however, is not only about what you have already faced. It's about what lies ahead, for the truth is awakening within you. The divine truth that has been written into the very fabric of your existence is now stirring. This moment right here, right now, is not just a coincidence. It is a part of your divine destiny, a calling that you have always known deep inside your soul. This is your time to step into your full power, to recognize the light that you are, and to understand that nothing can stand in the way of your truth. Now, if this message resonates within your spirit, if you feel the awakening of this truth stirring in your heart, I invite you to take a stand. Comment 707, or any number that reflects divine insight to affirm the power that is awakening in you. Let this be your declaration that you see beyond the veil, that you are no longer blind to the power within you. As you step forward into your purpose, know this: you are not alone and your journey matters. And before we dive deeper into this revelation, take a moment to subscribe and tap the bell icon. Stay connected, stay engaged, and continue to receive the spiritual guidance that will accompany you as you walk through the rest of your path. The universe is calling, and the time is now. The devil, in all his cunning, has played his games for millennia, using manipulation, fear, and temptation to control those who cross his path. He has conquered kings, turned the hearts of leaders to darkness, and caused even the greatest men and women to fall. His methods are subtle, yet potent, designed to exploit the weaknesses in the human soul. For years, he has thrived on these tactics, creating confusion, sowing discord, and making many believe that he is invincible. He has used doubt, guilt, and desire to manipulate those who are unaware of their divine power. But for the chosen one, the devil's tactics are not effective. The very essence of the chosen one, woven with divine purpose, cannot be manipulated by fear or temptation. Where others falter, the chosen one stands firm. The devil's most potent weapons, lies, deceit, and manipulation, are powerless in the face of the chosen one's unwavering faith and divine connection. The chosen one's resilience and fortitude puzzle the devil, for he has never encountered anyone who cannot be broken by his tactics. The chosen one is not swayed by the lies that the devil whispers in the dark corners of their mind. They do not listen to the subtle temptations that would lead them astray, nor do they yield to the fear that seeks to undermine their confidence. The devil is accustomed to seeing others bend under the weight of his control, but the chosen one is different. They are grounded in the truth, shielded by divine armor, and guided by a higher purpose that cannot be swayed by worldly distractions. Throughout history, the devil has manipulated countless souls, each time weaving a new web of lies and deceit. His tactics are not new. They have remained the same for ages. He uses fear to control, temptation to lure, and confusion to divide. He plays on insecurities, stirring up doubts in the hearts of those who are vulnerable. His influence has been felt by kings and queens, warriors and sages, all of whom have fallen prey to his deceptive whispers. The devil has been the architect of chaos, causing suffering and pain, leading people away from their divine path and into the darkness. Yet there is a striking difference between those who have fallen and the chosen one. The devil's manipulations might have worked on kings, on great leaders, and on powerful individuals, but they do not work on the chosen one. The chosen one is immune to his schemes. They are marked by the divine, set apart with a purpose that transcends the devil's reach. Where others have fallen, the chosen one rises fortified by faith, clarity, and divine understanding. The chosen one's strength comes from a source that the devil cannot touch, the unwavering truth of divine purpose. Unlike those who are swayed by the temptations of the world, the chosen one knows the depth of their calling. They recognize that their journey is not about instant gratification or fleeting pleasures. They are not distracted by the devil's temptations, for they have a vision far greater than anything the devil can offer. The devil thrives on manipulation, but the chosen one is immune to it. The tactics that have worked for centuries are of no use when they are faced with someone who is grounded in their divine purpose. Where others may feel shame, the chosen one experiences forgiveness and healing. Where others may succumb to fear, the chosen one walks in the power of divine courage. The devil cannot control someone who has surrendered their will to a higher power, someone whose heart beats in alignment with divine truth. The chosen one's immunity does not come from their own strength, but from the strength of their connection to the divine. They are not moved by the devil's whispers because they know the truth of who they are. They have been chosen for something greater, and this knowledge keeps them anchored, unshaken by the devil's most subtle tricks. The devil is perplexed by this steadfastness, for he cannot fathom how anyone could be so resilient in the face of his manipulations. His efforts to break the chosen one fall flat because their soul is unyielding, their faith unshakable. This immunity is not a passive state. The chosen one does not simply avoid temptation. They actively resist the devil's attempts to manipulate and control them. They are aware of the lies that the devil tries to weave, and through spiritual discernment, they are able to see through them. Every time the devil attempts to sow fear, doubt, or temptation, the chosen one stands firm, their faith unwavering. It is this resistance, this active choice to align with divine truth, that makes the chosen one impervious to the devil's tricks. As the chosen one walks their path unwavering in their divine purpose, the devil grows increasingly frustrated. He has spent countless millennia perfecting his tactics, observing human nature with a keen eye. He knows how to appeal to pride, greed, fear, and temptation. He's mastered the art of manipulation, and it has worked time and again. People have fallen victim to his tricks, bending under the weight of their desires and doubts, allowing him to control and steer them away from their true purpose. But with the chosen one, nothing works. The usual tactics of fear and temptation are rendered powerless in their presence. For the devil, this is an anomaly he cannot comprehend. He has never encountered someone so resolute, someone who remains steadfast in their truth and divine purpose. Where others have faltered, where their souls have been vulnerable to his influence, the chosen one stands unshaken. The devil is used to breaking people down, to creating cracks in their armor, exploiting their insecurities and weaknesses. But the chosen one's armor is unbreakable, and this confounds him. He cannot penetrate their unwavering resolve, and he cannot bend them to his will. For the first time, the devil is confronted with someone who cannot be manipulated. His frustrations mount as he realizes that the chosen one does not react to his usual methods. Fear, temptation, deceit. All of these are tools the devil has used with great success. He has watched as they led people astray, controlling and twisting them to his desires. But the chosen one refuses to play the game. They do not bend, do not falter, and do not yield to his influence. This leaves the devil powerless, his tactics falling flat, and it infuriates him. He is used to dominating, to seeing the world tremble at his power. But the chosen one's refusal to comply sends waves of frustration through him, forcing him to face the reality that he cannot control them. The devil's manipulation thrives on doubt. He has learned over time that people's fears are his greatest weapon. The more fear he can sow, the more control he gains. He feeds off the uncertainty in people's hearts, using it to twist their decisions and lead them astray. He knows that people are susceptible to their weaknesses, their desire for power, approval, or comfort, and he exploits these vulnerabilities. But the chosen one does not react to fear. Their faith is unshakable, and their connection to divine truth is a shield that repels all of the devil's attempts to sway them. With every failed attempt to manipulate the chosen one, the devil's power weakens. He watches frustrated as his tactics crumble in the face of someone who is aligned with a higher purpose. Where fear once reigned, now only divine clarity remains. Where temptation once enticed, now only unwavering strength stands firm. The devil cannot fathom how someone can exist without responding to his tactics. His power lies in influencing doubt, in creating openings where fear can take root. But the chosen one is impervious to this. This spiritual tension between the devil and the chosen one becomes evident. It is a battle not of physical might, but of truth versus deception. The devil, for all his cunning and power, cannot win this battle. He cannot break the chosen one, and that frustrates him to no end. His usual methods of control and manipulation are useless against someone who understands their divine nature. The chosen one's light shines too brightly for the devil to hide his lies. Every attempt to pull them away from their divine purpose only exposes the truth even more clearly. The devil cannot touch them, and that is his greatest source of frustration. But this frustration is not a sign of failure for the chosen one. It is a sign of victory. It is proof that they are aligned with their divine purpose, fulfilling the mission they were chosen for. When the devil cannot manipulate or deceive someone, it shows that the person is walking in their truth, untouchable by his lies. The chosen one's strength lies not in resistance, but in their authenticity and connection to divine purpose. They do not need to fight the devil with weapons of force. They only need to exist in their truth, and that is enough. Their very presence is a challenge to the devil, and that frustrates him. The devil's failure to control the chosen one is a testament to the power of faith and divine alignment. It is a reminder that when someone is aligned with their higher purpose, they cannot be broken by fear, temptation, or deception. The more the devil tries to manipulate, the more the chosen one shines. Their light becomes brighter with every attempt to diminish it, and their faith grows stronger in the face of every challenge. The devil's frustration is a reflection of the chosen one's strength, a confirmation that they are walking the path they were destined for. This is the power of the chosen one. They are not here to fight against darkness with force or anger. They are here to shine, to embody truth, and to remain steadfast in their divine purpose. The devil cannot understand this. He cannot grasp how someone can stand unyielding in the face of his influence. But the chosen one's presence is a declaration to the world and to the devil that light is stronger than darkness. Truth is stronger than lies, and divine purpose is stronger than any temptation or fear. In this battle, the devil will continue to lose, for the chosen one is a force that cannot be manipulated. Their light is unshakable, and their purpose is divine. Every time the devil tries to break them, the chosen one becomes stronger. Every time the devil attempts to manipulate the truth, becomes clearer. And every time the devil faces the chosen one, his power fades, for the chosen one is untouchable. They are walking in their divine purpose, and no force, no fear, no temptation can take them off that path. The devil's frustration is not a sign of defeat for the chosen one, but a sign of victory. It is proof that the chosen one is fulfilling their mission, standing firm in their truth, and shining their light in the darkness. The more the devil tries to manipulate, the brighter the chosen one's light becomes. And in the end, the devil will never be able to break the chosen one, because their truth is unyielding and their divine purpose is unstoppable. Ultimately, the devil's tactics are powerless against the chosen one. His lies cannot touch them, his temptations cannot sway them, and his attempts to create fear and confusion fall flat. The chosen one stands as a beacon of divine strength, their light pushing back against the darkness. The devil may try, but he will never succeed in breaking the chosen one. This is not just a victory for the individual, but for the divine plan itself. The chosen one's resilience and steadfastness are proof that the divine will always triumph over deception. The chosen one's immunity to the devil's tactics is not just about personal strength. It is a reflection of the divine power that flows through them. They are a vessel of divine truth, a representative of higher purpose, and the devil's manipulation cannot alter that. Every step the chosen one takes, every moment they stand firm in their faith, brings them closer to fulfilling their divine mission. And with each victory over the devil's tricks, they move closer to the ultimate triumph, the fulfillment of their divine purpose, and the manifestation of God's will in their life. In the end, the devil's tactics are nothing more than temporary distractions. The chosen one will continue to rise unshaken, unwavering, and empowered by divine truth. The devil will never be able to break them, for they are aligned with something far greater than any force he could ever conjure. And in this, the chosen one's victory is assured. The world is often torn between light and darkness, and within this battle, the chosen one stands unwavering, firmly rooted in their divine truth. The devil's greatest weapon lies in his ability to manipulate shadows, spreading doubt, fear, and confusion. He thrives in places where people are unsure of their path, their identity, and their power. But when the chosen one enters the scene, this darkness is confronted by an undeniable radiant light. It is not just a light that can be seen, but a force that can be felt. This divine presence radiates clarity, certainty, and power, a power that the devil cannot comprehend or conquer. When the chosen one walks into any situation, there is a shift, an undeniable transformation. They do not need to speak. Their very presence carries an aura that dispels the darkness around them. The energy they emit is rooted in divine alignment, and when they are present, everything around them aligns with higher truth and purpose. The devil's deceitful whispers, his efforts to manipulate or cloud judgment, all fade into the background when the chosen one stands firm in their divine truth. It is a truth that is unshakable, untouchable, and immune to the devil's influence. The devil does not understand this power. He knows the power of deception, of fear, and of controlling illusions. But when confronted by someone who is rooted in truth, someone who walks in light, all of his tricks fail. The chosen one's authenticity shines too brightly for him to manipulate. No amount of lies, no amount of distraction can obscure the chosen one's divine purpose. The devil may try, but he cannot break what is already unbreakable, the presence of divine truth that the chosen one carries. The devil, in all his power, is powerless in the presence of someone who is aligned with divine truth. He can whisper, he can try to deceive, but these tricks have no effect on the chosen one. The divine truth that they embody is far stronger than any lie the devil can concoct. When the devil seeks to deceive, he relies on manipulating emotions, creating doubt, and distorting perceptions. He wants to make you question your path, your worth, and your power. But the chosen one is not swayed by these illusions. They know their value. They know their purpose. They know that they are divinely chosen for something greater than what the world might tell them. Their strength lies not in their ability to fight, but in their ability to stand firm in their truth. And this truth is unshakable. Throughout history, the most powerful figures who have stood against the forces of darkness were not necessarily the strongest in terms of physical might, but rather in their unwavering commitment to truth. These individuals, like Nelson Mandela and Joan of Arc, carried an inner strength that transcended fear. They faced persecution, adversity, and even death, yet their resolve remained unbroken because they were aligned with something much greater than themselves. They were aligned with divine truth. Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for his beliefs, never wavered in his conviction for justice and equality. His light, his presence, became a beacon of hope, inspiring a nation to stand against oppression. Joan of Arc, a young woman who heard the divine call, led armies with a strength that could not be questioned. Despite the dark forces that tried to undermine her, she stood firm in her divine calling, her purpose unwavering. Like these historical figures, the chosen one is not defined by the external battles they face, but by the internal light that guides them. This light cannot be extinguished by the devil's tricks or by the world's resistance. The power of the chosen one's presence is mirrored in the lives of those who have come before individuals who were chosen for a greater purpose and whose unwavering presence shifted the course of history. Figures like Nelson Mandela and Joan of Arc did not wield power through brute force, but through the strength of their spirit, their commitment to their divine truth, and their unshakable belief in the purpose they were called to fulfill. Nelson Mandela's legacy of peace and justice came not from the power he held over others, but from his ability to inspire through his actions, his presence, and his unwavering commitment to his cause. He stood as a pillar of light, reminding the world that truth and justice would always prevail over darkness. Joan of Arc, too, was a force of divine presence. Despite her youth and the skepticism surrounding her, she led with a power that defied reason, driven by a divine calling that no amount of opposition could extinguish. These figures faced trials that seemed insurmountable, yet their unwavering commitment to their higher purpose, to the truth of their calling, made them powerful beyond measure. The chosen one carries the same power. They may not yet fully understand the magnitude of their presence, but just like Mandela and Joan of Arc, they carry a divine light that cannot be dimmed. Their presence alone changes the energy in a room. They are not defined by their circumstances, but by the truth. They embody a truth that transcends worldly opposition. The battle between light and darkness is not one of physical might, but of authenticity, presence, and truth. The devil's greatest weapon is to manipulate and distort the truth. He seeks to distract, deceive, and confuse using lies to create chaos. But the chosen one aligned with divine truth cannot be swayed. Their authenticity is their strength, and it is in this authenticity that their divine power resides. The chosen one's presence is a powerful force. They do not need to shout or fight for attention. Simply by being who they are, grounded in divine truth, they change the energy of the environment. When they walk into a room, people take notice, not because of their physical presence, but because of the energy they carry. The devil may attempt to sow discord, but the chosen one's light will always shine brighter. Their authenticity cannot be faked, and it is this authenticity that is the devil's greatest foe. The battle is not about who is stronger, but about who is aligned with the truth. The devil may try to manipulate, but he cannot control someone who is grounded in their divine purpose. The chosen one's presence is an unstoppable force, not because they fight, but because they stand in their truth. This is the true power of the chosen one. Their unwavering commitment to authenticity and divine purpose, a commitment that shines through no matter what challenges they may face. In the end, the battle of light versus darkness is not about conquering enemies, but about standing firm in the truth of one's divine calling. And the chosen one is destined to win this battle not through force, but through the power of their presence. Their light will always prevail over the darkness, for the truth they carry cannot be extinguished. There is a magnetism to the chosen one, a presence that disrupts the balance of darkness itself. This presence, so deeply rooted in truth and light, represents everything the devil can never control. The chosen one is not just a person, they are a force that shifts the very fabric of the world around them, causing ripples in the air, vibrations in the atmosphere, and igniting sparks of transformation wherever they go. It is this very essence of transformation, embodied in their every step, that fascinates the devil and disturbs the forces of darkness. The devil, accustomed to manipulating, deceiving, and influencing the hearts of men, finds himself powerless in the presence of someone who is truly aligned with their divine purpose. He thrives in environments of fear, doubt, and temptation. These are the tools he uses to bend people to his will, to twist their minds and souls. He seeks to exploit weakness to pull them into his darkness, convincing them they are powerless. But the chosen one is different. They do not fear. They do not succumb to temptation. Their unwavering truth is their armor, and it confounds the enemy in a way nothing else can. It is this unshakable truth that unsettles the devil the most. His world revolves around lies, deceit, and confusion. The very idea of someone who walks in complete authenticity, someone who embodies the light so wholly, is an enigma to him. The devil has learned how to control fear. He has manipulated and twisted countless souls throughout history, yet he cannot fathom a force like the chosen one. Their very being challenges everything he knows. They represent freedom from the chains he so carefully constructs, a living testament to divine power that cannot be corrupted, co-opted, or controlled. For millennia, the devil has been a master of human nature. He has studied the deepest parts of the human heart, understanding how to appeal to pride, to greed, to desire. He knows how to use fear to paralyze, to tempt, and to mislead. He manipulates with the precision of a seasoned strategist, luring those who are vulnerable, bending them to his will with promises of power or pleasure. He preys on the uncertainty, doubt, and fear that reside in the souls of many. Yet, in all his years of deceiving and scheming, the devil has never encountered someone like the chosen one. The chosen one is a being whose core is unyielding in truth. Their truth is not a passing belief or a transient feeling. It is a force, a divine essence that flows through them and shapes everything they touch. This truth is rooted in divine alignment, something far greater than the devil's tricks, temptations, and lies. It is a force of nature, steady and unshakable, something that the devil cannot comprehend or influence. When the devil tries to sow fear, the chosen one stands firm, unaffected by the whispers of panic or the shadow of doubt. When temptation arises, offering wealth, power, or fleeting pleasures, the chosen one remains resolute, impervious to the lure. The devil knows how to exploit weaknesses, how to find the cracks in a person's soul where doubt can seep in. But in the chosen one, there is no weakness. There is no crack to be found. There is no doubt, no uncertainty. There is only a clear, unwavering path defined by divine purpose. And that is precisely what unnerves the devil. The devil thrives on reaction. He feeds off the uncertainty in people's hearts, the fear that clouds their judgment, the temptation that leads them astray. When fear rises, he moves in, amplifying it, twisting it, using it to his advantage. When temptation comes, he exploits it, offering something shiny, something desirable, and in that moment, he captures the soul. But in the presence of the chosen one, none of these tactics work. There is no fear to manipulate, no temptation to exploit, and no doubt to sow. The chosen one has no resistance to offer, nothing that can be used to open a crack in their armor. This is what truly unnerves the devil. The absence of vulnerability, the absence of weakness, is a concept that the devil cannot comprehend. His entire existence is built on the manipulation of weakness, and in the face of someone who is free from fear, doubt, and temptation, his tools become useless. What strikes fear in the devil is not just the absence of resistance, but the chosen one's strength in their unwavering truth. When the devil sees someone who simply exists in light, whose presence is a reflection of divine purpose, it is as if his world begins to unravel. He cannot fathom how someone can walk through life untouched by his usual weapons. The tactics that have worked on countless others, fear, manipulation, deceit, fall flat in the face of a being who does not engage in his games. The chosen one does not need to fight. They simply are. And in their being, they defy everything the devil stands for. The devil's fascination with the chosen one is born out of his inability to bend them to his will, to manipulate them, or to control them. He cannot influence them with his typical methods because they do not play his games. The chosen one's very existence is a force of divine energy that cannot be swayed. They do not need to fight or resist the devil, for their presence alone dismantles his power. The devil's usual strategies, honed over centuries of deception, simply do not work against someone who is aligned with divine truth. The more the devil watches, the more he becomes perplexed. How can someone walk through this world untouched by fear, unshaken by temptation, and unmoved by the chaos that he stirs? How can they exist in such purity, such strength, that his tools of manipulation no longer hold any sway over them? In this, the chosen one represents something the devil can never achieve: true light. The devil knows how to create shadows, to manipulate perceptions, and to lead people away from the truth. But he cannot understand how someone can live in the light and be untouched by the darkness. He cannot comprehend how someone can stand in the truth without being shaken by fear or swayed by temptation. The chosen one's truth is not something that can be manipulated, and this is what terrifies the devil most. The devil's fear of the chosen one's unwavering truth goes beyond mere frustration. It is existential. The chosen one is a reminder of everything the devil cannot have. The devil, in all his power and influence, is bound to the shadows, to deception, to fear. He thrives in darkness, in manipulation, and in lies. But the chosen one stands as a beacon of light, an embodiment of truth that the devil cannot control. The devil's existence is rooted in manipulation, in shifting shadows and distorted truths. But the chosen one is rooted in something far stronger, something that the devil can never touch. In the end, the devil's greatest weapon, manipulation, loses all its power when confronted by the unwavering light of the chosen one. The devil's fear is not born of defeat, but of realization. He knows that the chosen one, with their divine light and unshakable truth, represents a force far beyond his reach. The chosen one does not need to battle the devil with weapons or force. They simply need to be. And in being, they shatter the devil's illusions, exposing the darkness for what it truly is. The devil cannot control the chosen one, and in that truth, the devil's power is stripped away. This chosen one is your strength. Your truth is a weapon that the devil cannot touch. Your light is a force that cannot be dimmed. And in standing firm in your divine truth, you are not just resisting the devil, you are dismantling everything he represents. You are a living testament to the power of authenticity, of divine alignment, and of unwavering truth. And in that, you become the force that transforms everything around you. The devil's usual tactics crumble when confronted with the chosen one. Where he once relied on fear to control it, now has no effect. The chosen one is fearless. They understand that fear is merely an illusion, a false construct designed to distract them from their divine path. They know that no fear, no matter how loud or insistent, can deter them from their purpose. And because of this, the devil's influence becomes impotent in their presence. The chosen one's power is in their ability to remain steadfast, to move through the world with grace and certainty, undisturbed by the devil's usual machinations. Where others might hesitate, second-guess, or fall into temptation, the chosen one remains resolute. Their clarity of vision, their unwavering connection to divine truth, makes them impervious to the traps the devil sets. The devil's tactics may work on those who are unsure of themselves, those who have not yet awakened to their true purpose. He can play on their insecurities, exploit their doubts, and create chaos in their hearts. But he cannot do this to the chosen one. Their identity is not up for debate. They know who they are, and they know whose they are. They walk with a sense of divine knowing that makes the devil's deceptions useless. This lack of resistance, this refusal to bend, frustrates the devil. He has never encountered someone like the chosen one before, someone who stands in such alignment with their purpose that nothing he does can throw them off course. He cannot comprehend a being who does not seek validation, who does not crave approval, who does not allow external forces to dictate their worth or direction. The devil, who thrives on manipulation and deception, cannot understand someone who is immune to his lies. He has spent so long twisting the minds and hearts of others, making them doubt their own worth, their own truth. But with the chosen one, his attempts fall flat. They are not swayed by his promises of wealth, power, or status. They do not flinch when faced with fear. They simply remain who they are, aligned with divine purpose, with unwavering truth, and with a light that can never be extinguished. This is why the devil is fascinated by the chosen one. Their very existence challenges everything he believes in. Their truth is a mirror that reflects his lies back at him, exposing them for what they truly are, nothing more than illusions. The devil cannot stand in the presence of someone whose light is so bright, whose truth is so pure, that it illuminates the darkness he seeks to hide in. In the end, the devil's fascination with the chosen one lies in the fact that they are immune to everything he has to offer. His power is in the manipulation of the human heart, the creation of doubt, fear, and confusion. But none of these things can touch the Chosen One. They are immune to his tricks because they are aligned with divine truth. Their power comes from a higher source, a source the devil cannot touch. And in this divine immunity, the Chosen One remains unstoppable. The devil may continue his attempts, but they will always be futile. The Chosen One is a force that cannot be manipulated, a light that cannot be dimmed, and a truth that cannot be shaken. The devil's fascination with them will remain, but it will never lead to victory. The Chosen One stands firm, a beacon of divine power and unshakable truth, impervious to the devil's influence and destined to fulfill their divine purpose. The battle between the Chosen One and the devil is far more than just a confrontation between good and evil. It is a cosmic war, a timeless struggle that spans far beyond the physical world. It is a battle fought on the deepest, most sacred planes of existence, where true weapons are not swords or shields, but understanding, clarity, and presence. The Chosen One does not fight with force, but with the power of light that emanates from their very being. This light cuts through the darkness like a beacon, exposing hidden truths and awakening souls that have long been trapped in shadows. At the core of this spiritual battle is the truth, and it is the truth that the devil fears most. The devil thrives on deceit, manipulation, and confusion. His weapon is the lie, the distortion of reality, the seed of doubt that he plants in the hearts of those who are unaware of their divine purpose. But the Chosen One stands as a living embodiment of divine truth, and in the presence of truth, the devil's lies lose their power. His attempts to cloud the minds of others to sow fear and confusion are rendered impotent when confronted by the unshakable, undeniable light that radiates from the Chosen One. This light is not just a symbol of goodness, but a force of divine clarity that illuminates everything it touches. It forces the devil to confront his deepest fears, his own darkness, and the lies he has lived by for so long. In the presence of the Chosen One, there is no place for shadows to hide. The light of truth burns away the lies, and for the first time, the devil is confronted with the reality of his own powerlessness. When the Chosen One steps into the battle, they bring more than just the light of divine purpose. They bring a presence that forces the devil to confront the very essence of his being. The devil, a being who thrives on manipulation, deception, and control, is stripped of his power in the presence of someone who is unwavering in their truth. The light the Chosen One carries illuminates everything, even the darkest corners of the devil's domain. It reveals what has been hidden, exposing the lies that have been allowed to flourish for too long. And in this exposure, the devil's deepest fears are brought to the surface, for he knows that he cannot survive in a realm where truth reigns supreme. The devil is terrified of the truth. It is the one thing that he cannot manipulate, the one force that cannot be twisted or bent to his will. He feeds off the shadows, the uncertainties, the doubts that linger in the hearts of those who are disconnected from their divine purpose. But when the Chosen One steps into a situation, their light burns away the doubts and illuminates the path forward. There is no room for deception in their presence, no place for confusion. Only clarity, only truth. And this, more than anything else, is what the devil fears. For the devil, the Chosen One is not just a threat. They are a living testament to everything he has tried to suppress. They are a reflection of divine light and power that cannot be extinguished no matter how hard he tries. And that is what makes this battle so cosmic in nature. It is not just about one individual, one fight. It is a cosmic shift, a shift in the very fabric of existence that ripples through realms, through souls, through time itself. The devil's greatest weapon is his ability to manipulate. He thrives on twisting the truth, on creating illusions that confuse and entrap. He convinces people that they are unworthy, that they are powerless, that they are not deserving of divine love and purpose. He feeds on their weaknesses, their fears, and their doubts. But in the presence of the Chosen One, these manipulations lose their grip. The Chosen One does not fall prey to the devil's tactics because they are rooted in something far stronger, the truth of their divine purpose. When the devil tries to distort reality, the Chosen One stands firm in their truth, unwavering and unshaken. Their very presence radiates the clarity of divine knowing, and in that clarity the devil's lies become transparent. The fear he tries to instill crumbles, and the doubts he seeks to plant fade away like mist in the morning sun. The Chosen One is not moved by the devil's tricks because they are not swayed by fear or illusion. They are anchored in a higher truth, a truth that transcends the devil's grasp and renders his manipulations useless. This is the power of the Chosen One. They carry the divine truth within them, and that truth cannot be corrupted. The devil can manipulate the minds of many, but he cannot touch the heart of someone who is truly aligned with their divine purpose. The Chosen One is a living beacon of light that exposes the devil's lies for what they are: empty, powerless, and inconsequential in the face of divine truth. The battle between the Chosen One and the devil is not just a fight for one soul. It is a cosmic awakening. It is a shift in the spiritual realm that ripples outward, affecting everyone and everything in its path. The presence of the Chosen One awakens the dormant potential in those around them, just as their light illuminates the darkness. It is not only the devil who is forced to confront the light of truth the entire world is. The Chosen One stands as a force of divine alignment, shifting the very fabric of reality as they walk in their purpose. Every step the Chosen One takes in this battle creates a ripple effect that spreads far and wide. The energy they carry shifts timelines, influences hearts, and opens new pathways for growth and transformation. The devil may try to resist, but he cannot fight against the force of divine purpose that the Chosen One embodies. It is a force far greater than anything the devil has ever encountered, and it is one that will ultimately prevail. This is why the battle is so much more than an individual struggle. It is a battle for the soul of humanity, a battle between light and darkness that stretches across realms and time. The Chosen One is not just a participant in this battle, they are the catalyst for change, the divine force that will shift the course of history. Their power is not in their ability to fight with physical strength, but in their ability to stand in the light of truth, to embody divine purpose, and to inspire others to do the same. In the end, the victory of light is inevitable. The Chosen One stands as a beacon of divine truth, and nothing in the devil's arsenal can extinguish that light. The battle may be fierce, the forces of darkness may try to encircle them, but the Chosen One will not be moved. Their truth is unshakable, and their light will continue to shine brightly, guiding the way for others to follow. The devil may continue to fight, but in the presence of the Chosen One, he will ultimately fall, for the light of truth will always triumph over darkness. The Chosen One is a living testament to the power of divine purpose, and through their unwavering commitment to truth, they will shift the very fabric of reality itself. This battle is not just for one soul, it is for the awakening of the entire world, for the revelation of divine truth that will set every soul free. The Chosen One's victory is not just their own. It is the victory of light of truth, of divine purpose, and of the transformation of the world. As the devil faces the Chosen One, something shifts within him. The battle no longer feels like a mere contest of power, of manipulation versus truth, but rather the devil finds himself faced with an existential crisis. The Chosen One stands before him not to destroy, but to illuminate. Their presence is not one of aggression, but of divine clarity, and it cuts through the devil's schemes like a beam of light piercing through the darkness. For the first time, the devil is forced to confront something he has spent eons avoiding his own reflection. The mirror of the chosen one's truth holds up a reflection he can no longer deny. It forces him to see his own weaknesses, his own vulnerabilities, the very things he has sought to bury under layers of deception and pride. He is no longer the supreme being of darkness, no longer the puppet master pulling the strings of chaos. In the presence of the chosen one, the devil is stripped bare, and his illusions crumble like dust in the wind. This confrontation is not one the devil ever anticipated. He has ruled with fear and control for so long, manipulating others into believing they are powerless, that they are nothing without him. But the chosen one is different. They do not play by the devil's rules. They stand firm in their truth, an unwavering beacon of light in the midst of the darkness. And this light exposes the very core of the devil's existence, forcing him to acknowledge the consequences of his actions and the emptiness that lies within. The devil is no longer the imposing figure he once was. In the presence of the chosen one, he is revealed as something else entirely, lost, vulnerable, and searching. For the first time, the devil is made aware of his own inner emptiness. He is a being who has been living in the shadows, feeding off fear and pain, never allowing himself the light of truth or the possibility of redemption. The chosen one's light reveals that darkness can only exist in the absence of truth, and in this moment, the devil begins to understand that his power has always been fleeting. As the devil stands before the chosen one, his obsession with control begins to lose its grip. The manipulative tactics that have served him so well for millennia are no longer effective against someone who is anchored in divine truth. The chosen one is not here to fight the devil on his terms. They are not seeking to destroy him, but to show him the truth of his existence, to shed light on the lies he has lived by, and to bring him face to face with the consequences of his own actions. What the devil encounters is not the defeat he had expected, but a deeper existential questioning. For the first time, he is forced to ask himself, what is it that I truly desire? What is it that I have been chasing all this time? His obsession with control, with power, with manipulation, it has all been an attempt to fill a void within himself. A void that has only grown larger with time. And in the presence of the chosen one, that void becomes undeniable. The devil's desire to control, to dominate, begins to fade as he realizes that the chosen one cannot be controlled. They are a force of divine truth, not something that can be bent to his will. In this realization, the devil finds himself at a crossroads. He has spent so long in the shadows, so long feeding off the pain of others, that he has forgotten what it feels like to experience light, to experience genuine connection. The chosen one's unwavering presence awakens something deep within him, a longing for something real, something pure, something he has never known. The devil's obsession with the chosen one shifts from a desire for domination to something deeper: curiosity, vulnerability, and perhaps even a hint of regret. He realizes that the power he has wielded over others has come at a great cost, and the very things he sought to control, love, connection, truth, are the very things that have eluded him. The chosen one represents everything he has always wanted, but could never have. And in this realization, the devil begins to question everything he has built his existence upon. The chosen one is not here to destroy the devil. Their purpose is far greater than that. They are here to illuminate the devil's existence, to show him the truth he has been running from for eons. The chosen one's light is not a weapon, but a force of divine clarity that forces the devil to see himself as he truly is. It is not a violent confrontation, but a quiet revelation, a moment of truth that the devil cannot avoid. The chosen one's purpose is not to fight the devil, but to show him the path to transformation. They are the living embodiment of divine truth, and through their unwavering presence, they offer the devil the opportunity for redemption. This is the gift of the chosen one. They are not here to condemn, but to reveal, not to destroy, but to illuminate. In the presence of the chosen one, the devil is forced to confront his own darkness, and for the first time, he must ask himself, is this really all there is? Is this the life I want to continue living? The chosen one's power lies in their ability to stand firm in their truth, to embody divine light in the midst of darkness. This light illuminates the devil's deepest fears and insecurities, forcing him to confront the very essence of his existence. In the face of this light, the devil's control crumbles, and he is left with nothing but his own emptiness. But this is not a victory in the traditional sense. The chosen one is not here to defeat the devil through force or violence. They are here to offer him the chance for transformation, to show him that there is another way, a path that leads to light, rather than darkness. The devil's greatest fear is not death or destruction, but the loss of control, the loss of the ability to manipulate others. And in the presence of the chosen one, he is reminded that control is an illusion, and the only true power lies in the truth. The chosen one's light is a catalyst for the devil's transformation. While the devil may have spent millennia hiding in the shadows, feeding off fear and darkness, the chosen one offers him a new way. They show him that redemption is possible, that the darkness he has lived in is not his permanent home. The chosen one's presence is not a threat to the devil, but a revelation, a reminder that even he, in all his darkness, has the potential for change. For the devil, this is the ultimate test. Will he continue to live in the shadows, feeding off fear and control, or will he embrace the light that has been shown to him? Will he choose to transform to seek redemption, or will he remain in the darkness, resisting the truth that has been revealed to him? The chosen one's purpose is to offer him the opportunity to change, to awaken to the divine truth that has always been within him. And in this, there is hope, for even the devil, in all his darkness, has the potential for redemption if he chooses to step into the light. The battle between the chosen one and the devil is not just a fight for one soul. It is a cosmic struggle, a battle between light and darkness that affects all of existence. The chosen one is not just a participant in this battle, they are the catalyst for change, the force that will shift the very fabric of reality itself. Through their unwavering presence, they offer the devil and the world the opportunity for transformation, redemption, and renewal. In the end, the devil's greatest defeat is not his destruction, but his transformation. The chosen one's light is the key to that transformation, and through it, the devil is given the chance to awaken to a new way of being. This battle is not about victory or defeat. It is about awakening, about the possibility of change, and the realization that even in the darkest of times, there is always the potential for redemption. At this pivotal moment, the devil stands at a crossroads, his power waning in the presence of something far greater than he has ever encountered. He has always thrived on control, manipulation, and fear, weaving a world around himself where darkness reigns supreme. But now, before him stands the chosen one, a force of divine light and truth that cannot be ignored. The rules of the battle have shifted, and the very foundation of everything the devil has known is being called into question. For the first time, the devil is confronted with a choice that carries immense weight. He stands at a point of no return, where the path he has walked for so long diverges. The darkness he has woven around himself is no longer sufficient, to shield him from the light that is now piercing through every crevice of his existence. The question that lies before him is stark and clear. Will he continue down the path of darkness, where manipulation and fear rule? Or will he choose to step into the light and embrace the possibility of transformation? This is not a choice the devil has ever had to make before. For eons, he has been the master of his own domain, feeding off the fear and suffering of others, relishing in the power he derives from their pain. But the Chosen One has disrupted all of that. The divine presence they embody has shifted the battle from one of power to one of understanding. The devil's old tactics, once so effective, are no longer useful in the face of someone who stands so unwavering in their truth. The Chosen One has not fought with weapons of destruction, but with presence, the simple, undeniable presence of divine truth. This presence has forced the devil to reckon with his own flaws, his own limitations, and his own fears. The Chosen One's light has exposed the cracks in his armor, showing him that his power is fleeting, that the darkness he has built his world on is a lie. And now the devil finds himself at a crossroads, faced with a decision that will define his future. The devil, for the first time in his existence, must face the reality that his power has been built on a foundation of lies and fear. The Chosen One's presence has shifted the nature of the battle entirely. What was once a struggle for dominance and control has now become a battle of understanding and transformation. The Chosen One's unwavering truth, their divine clarity, has rewritten the rules of the game. No longer can the devil rely on his old tactics of fear, manipulation, and deception. The Chosen One has exposed the true nature of the devil's power. It is not real power at all. It is an illusion sustained only by the fear and ignorance of those who fall victim to it. The devil's response to this shift is telling. He is no longer the all-powerful figure he once believed himself to be. Instead, he is a being trapped in the shadows of his own making, confronted with a truth that he can no longer ignore. The Chosen One, by simply existing as they are, has revealed that the devil's grip on the world is weak and fragile. They have shifted the focus of the battle from one of strength and force to one of presence and authenticity. This is where the true power of the Chosen One lies, not in their ability to fight, but in their ability to stand firm in their truth. The devil is a being built on lies and illusions, and he thrives in environments of fear and confusion. But the Chosen One stands as a beacon of light, radiating truth and clarity in a way that the devil cannot comprehend. Their presence alone is enough to dismantle the very foundation of the devil's power. The shift in the battle is not about overpowering the devil with sheer force, but about dismantling the illusions he has created. The Chosen One's truth shines so brightly that the devil's darkness has no choice but to retreat. And in this moment, the devil is faced with an undeniable truth: he cannot continue in the same way. He cannot keep hiding behind the veil of deception, the manipulation, and the control he has relied on for so long. The battle has shifted, and the Chosen One has won not through brute strength, but through the undeniable force of truth and presence. As the devil stands at this moment of crossroads, an undeniable truth confronts him. He can no longer ignore it. The Chosen One has forced him to face his own flaws and limitations. This is the moment of reckoning, a pivotal point, where the devil is forced to confront his own vulnerability. The self-proclaimed master of darkness, who had long reveled in deception, manipulation, and destruction, now stands in the presence of something far greater than his own power. The Chosen One has shown him that true strength lies not in domination, but in authenticity, in understanding, and in transformation. The devil's reign was built on illusion. He thrived on chaos, confusion, and lies. He knew how to manipulate the hearts and minds of others to lead them astray, to make them doubt their own worth and truth. He knew how to wield fear like a weapon to twist desires and weaknesses into tools for control. Yet, in the face of the chosen one, all of this falls apart. The devil is now confronted with something he cannot manipulate or control: unwavering truth, divine authenticity, and the radiant light that exposes all darkness. For the devil, this moment is nothing short of terrifying. His greatest fear has always been exposure, the fear that his true nature would be revealed, that his reign as a deceiver and manipulator would be brought into the light. For millennia, he has constructed an elaborate web of lies, ensuring that his true identity as a fallen entity remained hidden. But, in the presence of the chosen one, the veil is torn. The light of truth has made it impossible for him to deny his true nature. No longer can he maintain the illusion that he is a supreme being, a force beyond reproach. Instead, he is exposed for what he truly is, a fallen being bound by his own limitations, trapped in the very darkness he once sought to control. As the chosen one stands before him, their light shines through the darkness, rendering his manipulations powerless. The devil's once formidable grip on the world and on the hearts of those he controlled now slips away, and he is left with the haunting reality that his power is no longer what it once was. The chosen one has shattered the illusion of his invincibility, revealing the truth that he is in fact vulnerable, bound by the very limitations he sought to impose on others. This is the devil's moment of reckoning. He is forced to reckon with the truth of his own existence, the truth that he cannot escape. He stands at a crossroads, faced with a decision that will define the rest of his existence. Does he continue down the path of darkness, clinging to his illusions and his desire for control, or does he choose to step into the light and embrace the possibility of transformation? The chosen one has shown him that there is another way, a way toward redemption, a way toward healing, a way out of the darkness. But the devil's pride, his insatiable thirst for control, makes this choice agonizingly difficult. For the first time, the devil must confront the reality that his own pride and desire for power have led him into a dead end. He has lived for so long in the shadows, using fear and manipulation to assert his dominance over others, that the idea of surrendering to something greater, something beyond his control, feels foreign and terrifying. To step into the light would mean relinquishing everything he has ever known: his illusions of grandeur, his grip on the world, his belief that he is untouchable. But the chosen one, in their unwavering truth and divine presence, has shown him that there is freedom beyond the lies, beyond the darkness. The chosen one is not there to destroy him, but to illuminate his path, to show him that there is another way. The devil's fear is rooted in his inability to control the light, to dominate the truth. For the first time, he must choose: will he continue to fight against the light, or will he surrender to it and embrace the possibility of change? The devil's moment of reckoning is more than just a personal crisis. It is a cosmic shift. The chosen one represents something far greater than the devil's schemes. They embody the divine truth, the force of light that cannot be extinguished. In their presence, the devil's plans unravel, his illusions crumble, and he is forced to confront the possibility of his own redemption. This is not a battle of might. It is a battle of truths. The devil has relied on deception, manipulation, and fear for so long that the idea of transformation, of letting go of his control and embracing the unknown, feels alien to him. Yet, in the face of the chosen one, he is left with no other choice. This moment of reckoning is not the end of the story. It is a turning point, a decision that will determine the devil's fate. Will he continue down the path of darkness, clinging to his pride and power? Or will he allow the light to transform him, to guide him toward a new existence, a new understanding of himself and the world around him? The Chosen One has shown him that there is hope beyond the darkness, that even he, the Prince of Lies, has the opportunity for redemption. But it is up to him to choose. The Chosen One has already won the battle. Their presence has revealed the devil's true nature, exposed his vulnerabilities, and rendered his manipulations powerless. The question now is whether the devil will choose to step into the light and embrace the transformation that awaits him, or whether he will continue to resist, holding on to the darkness that has defined him for so long. The devil's moment of reckoning is not just a personal crisis. It is a moment that could change the course of his existence forever. The Chosen One has already proven that the power of truth, light, and authenticity is greater than any darkness or manipulation. The question remains, will the devil choose to embrace the light, or will he continue to hide in the shadows? The choice is his, and it will define his fate. The choice before the devil is one of transformation. It is a question of whether he will continue to resist the light or whether he will choose to embrace it. The Chosen One's role is not to destroy the devil, but to show him that there is another way. They offer him the opportunity for redemption, the chance to heal and transform. But the devil must choose this path himself. This moment, this crossroads, is the devil's greatest test. For the first time, he is faced with the possibility that his power is not all-encompassing. The Chosen One has revealed to him that true strength lies not in control or domination, but in authenticity and truth, and in transformation. And now the devil must decide, will he remain in the darkness, clinging to his illusions, or will he choose to step into the light and embrace the possibility of change? The Chosen One has shown him the path, but the decision is his. This is the true power of the Chosen One, not to defeat the devil, but to offer him the opportunity to transform. The battle has shifted, and the devil now faces a question that will determine his future. Will he continue to live in the shadows, or will he embrace the light and begin a new chapter of his existence? The choice that lies before the devil is not an easy one. For eons, he has lived in darkness, feeding off fear and manipulation. But the Chosen One has shown him that there is another way, a way toward transformation, healing, and redemption. The battle between light and darkness is not a battle of strength, but a battle of authenticity and truth. And the Chosen One has proven that truth is the ultimate power. Now, the devil stands at a crossroads. The path ahead is uncertain, but the possibility of transformation is within reach. The Chosen One has shown him that redemption is possible, that even he, in all his darkness, has the potential for change. The decision is his to make. Will he continue down the path of darkness, or will he choose the light and embrace the opportunity for transformation? This is not just a battle for the devil's soul, but a cosmic struggle for the future of all existence. The Chosen One is the catalyst for change, and through their unwavering presence, they offer the devil the chance to transform. The question now is, will the devil choose to rise, or will he remain trapped in the darkness he has created? The Chosen One has shown him the way. It is up to him to decide if he will walk it. The journey you've undertaken, the battle you've fought and continue to fight, is not one that hinges on resistance or force. No, the true strength of the Chosen One lies in something far more powerful: authenticity. In a world filled with deception, manipulation, and false appearances, it is your unwavering ability to remain true to your light that sets you apart. Your authenticity is your superpower, your divine signature in a universe desperately yearning for truth. This battle has never been about defeating the darkness for darkness's sake, nor is it a contest of brute force. It has always been about your ability to shine in the midst of it. True power is not in eliminating every shadow or silencing every doubt. Instead, true power is found in standing firmly in your truth, radiating the brilliance of your light, even when the world around you seems intent on darkening it. In embracing both light and dark within yourself, you embody the balance of creation itself, showing the world that true power is found not by avoiding the shadows, but by shining within them. The devil, a being so accustomed to manipulation, temptation, and control, has seen and tried to influence many, but it is your presence, your unwavering authenticity, that unsettles them. They can manipulate, they can deceive, they can control through fear, but they can never match the potency of your truth. The power that resides within you is not about how loudly you speak, how aggressively you fight, or how many battles you win. It is found in your ability to simply be yourself, without apology, without fear, and without compromise. Your authenticity renders the devil's tactics useless. It is not in the overt display of power that the devil falters, but in the quiet, serene strength that you carry. They are used to bending others to their will, but your truth is a force that cannot be bent or broken. When you stand in your light, when you embrace the fullness of who you are, flaws, fears, and all, you become the very thing that the devil cannot understand, the very thing that causes their power to wane. The devil's fear has always stemmed from one simple truth: they cannot manipulate authenticity. They cannot control what is pure, unyielding, and anchored in the divine. And that is exactly who you are, chosen one. As you continue walking your path, know this: the devil may retreat, but they are forever transformed by the light that you carry. Even in moments where it feels as though the darkness has the upper hand, trust that your presence is leaving an indelible mark. Every interaction, every step you take toward embracing your divine purpose sends ripples through the spiritual realm. These ripples are not just confined to this world. They affect everything around you. The devil may retreat from the battlefield, but they will never forget the power of the truth you embody. Your light doesn't just dispel the darkness, it transforms it. Every time you stand firm in your truth, every time you resist the temptation to shrink back, you reshape the very fabric of the universe around you. It's not an immediate explosion of victory, but a subtle ongoing transformation. You plant seeds of truth that continue to grow long after the moment has passed. And just like light that bends and reflects off surfaces, your authenticity shapes the world in ways you may not fully see, but that doesn't make it any less real. The devil may attempt to use fear and manipulation to keep you from embracing your full potential, but no force on earth can match the power of a single person standing firmly in their light. Your truth radiates outward, and it leaves a mark on the world that can never be erased. Even those who resist it, those who try to run from it, will carry the imprint of your light with them forever. They will never forget the moment when they were in your presence, when they witnessed something they could not manipulate or control. And that chosen one is where your true power lies. As you reflect on your role as a chosen one, I invite you to embrace your power fully. Recognize that your light is not something to be hidden or dimmed. It is your divine birthright. You were chosen to shine brightly in a world that so desperately needs the light you carry. Embrace that truth with grace, knowing that as you stand in your authenticity, you not only transform yourself, but you change the world around you. Do not wait for the world's validation or approval. Do not seek permission to be who you are meant to be. Your divine purpose does not depend on how others perceive you, but on how you see yourself in the eyes of the divine. You are here for a reason, and that reason is to awaken the world to a truth greater than itself. When you step into your truth, you allow others to do the same. Your authenticity has the power to ignite a fire in others, to awaken them to their own divine nature, and to show them that they too can walk in the light. Know that your journey is not always going to be easy. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when you question whether you are truly on the right path. But remember, the strength of your presence is greater than any challenge you may face. The power of your light is a force that no darkness can extinguish. And as long as you stay true to who you are, as long as you continue to embrace your divine purpose with love and grace, you will continue to shift the world around you. Now, chosen one, it is time for you to embrace the fullness of your truth. Step into your divine calling with unwavering confidence. Know that your presence, your authenticity, and your light are needed in this world. As you continue to walk your path, let your light guide you forward, knowing that each step you take brings you closer to your higher purpose. This is your time to rise. The world is waiting for you to shine, to bring the truth you carry into every space you enter. Do not let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others stop you. You are more than capable of fulfilling your divine purpose. The chosen one's strength is not in their ability to control or dominate, but in their ability to stand firm in their truth, to radiate love and light in the face of darkness, and to transform everything they touch simply by being who they are. Step forward, chosen one. Embrace your divine light, your purpose, and your truth. The world needs you now more than ever.